Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. The girls are fighting, everyone. You've got two cults of personality vying for the same prize. And the problem is these cults of personality are led by some of the largest egos, sociopathic narcissists out there. Elon Musk and Donald Trump. And when they're united against, those socialist, Marxist, communistic, liberals, and the far left screaming extremists, otherwise known as Democrats, they work fine together. But when there's no common enemy, they turn on each other and start shredding each other. So, as horrific as their rhetoric is, enjoy watching the two of them devour each other. Okay? That's the premise. What happened? High level, Elon Musk banned Laura Loomer from Twitter for 12 hours, allegedly for sharing personal or private information. The document in question was from a government agency where the address or contact information was blurred out. What's really at play here is H-1B visas, instead of viruses, visas. These are the visas that the United States uses to allow folks to come in for high-tech jobs. Workers from China, workers from India who are highly educated, and if we need software engineers or something along those lines, they can get that intellect, that brain power into this country using that visa. Well, the thing is, MAGA, as Legal Dad from TikTok pointed out, they are for anything as long as you do not attack white, Christian, heterosexual, and male-dominated societies. You can do anything you want. You want a Muslim ban? They're for it because that's not affecting Christians. You want to take women's rights? That's fine because it's not affecting men. You want to take away rights for marginalized communities for brown people? Hey, that's not attacking white people. You want to take away gay rights? Not attacking heterosexuals. You can do all those things. But Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy want to maintain levels of H-1B visas, maybe even increase them. And the MAGA crowd's looking like, wait a minute. Those are not white people. So the answer is no. We want them reduced because we want Americans or white people to be doing those jobs. So Elon Musk has violated the nationality clause of MAGA's central tenets. So now there's an argument going on. Laura Loomer was critical of Ramaswamy and Musk removed her blue checkmark. The blue checkmark is the verified account. I think it's also a requirement for monetization in Twitter. So he suspended her account for 12 hours for the privacy thing, but he took away her blue checkmark, which demonetizes her. But he didn't leave it for her. He left it for other people too. According to Laura Loomer, Musk has removed my blue checkmark on X because I dared to question his support for H-1B visas. The replacement of American tech workers by Indian immigrants, and I question his relationship with China. Let's see. She's proclaimed herself a proud Islamophobe. She was banned for Twitter before Musk took it over. And although Musk has said he's a free speech absolutionist, he also simultaneously silences his critics. This has happened before. And a quote from Laura Loomer is, looks like Elon Musk is going to be silencing me for supporting original Trump immigration policies. Now, as one of Trump's biggest supporters, I have my free speech silenced by a tech billionaire for simply questioning the tech oligarchy. Elon has decided to retaliate by removing my blue check mark and demonetizing me. I guess he doesn't really believe in free speech after all. No kidding! We could have told you that. We did tell you that. You didn't want to hear it because we weren't the right messengers. So now we're starting to watch the first blows coming across here. Let's take a look. And I'm sure fanning the flames is referring to President Musk and Vice President Trump. That's adding gasoline onto it to get the fire nice and toasty warm and watch these guys just shred each other. So enjoy this. This is what they wanted. This is what they get. Because all they are divisive people who try to not unite people, but to divide them. And now they're going to be squaring off on each other because now each other is the enemy. Entertainment purposes only. What's going on between Musk's and his fans versus Trump and his fans? They're being left out in the cold. They're being ignored. If you do not support King Elon, he will toss you out of his kingdom. Just like if you don't support King Donald, he will toss you out of his kingdom. The strength that they had before when they had a common enemy is now gone. And what you have now is weakness or strength for their own domain, but not for unity. What got them together and made them a political force was their unity. Now, if you don't fully support, this is not a group of leaders who supports their people. They expect the people to support their leader. It's inverted, right? A good leader is always looking out for the welfare of his constituents, of the people that he leads. That's one of the hallmarks of a good, strong leader. A weak leader is the one that wants those people to support him. From the leader point of view, it's a whole lot easier if that's the case. In the past, we've got the headaches, the nightmares, the anxiety. It was probably a difficult thing. Well, can't let those liberals get in charge. They're going to ruin everything. But now it's the anxiety between these two functioning groups that they can't get along. And it's going to cause problems. You cause problems for Elon, you're kicked off of Twitter. You cause problems for Trump, I'm sure you could get banned from True Social that nobody uses, but he'll figure out other ways. Current situation, money, power, generational power. This is literally to figure out who's in charge. Who's the big dog in charge? Who's going to lead the American oligarchy over the next 4 years or so? Elon bought the presidency for the bargain price of $250 million. Trump's got the title. Who's going to come out on top? Remember, you got to play nice with each of them in their individual kingdoms. Overarching energy is the world. This is the end of that alliance. That alliance has served its purpose, and now they're fighting over the lion's share. There you go. They're fighting over the lion's share of the wealth and the power. And they're trying to cut out the other guy. There's no 50-50 split here. It's not even a 60-40 split. It's more like a 90-10. Or I'm waiting for the Five of Swords to show up to be 100 versus nothing. Because both sides are in a cult of personality. There is no compromise in a cult of personality. It's all in. That's how cults work. And that's why they can't get along. Because they're either all in with Musk or you're all in with Trump. You can't be all in with both. As the H-1B visa shows, you have to choose sides. Speaking of choosing sides, the lesson to be learned is you gotta choose sides. Team Trump, Team Musk. It's as simple as that. The outcome, it was nice while it lasted. We'll always have Paris. the unification of those groups against a common enemy worked out really well. The MAGAs have the political power. Elon controls the purse strings. So when I say MAGA, I mean the government officials that support that. But Elon controls the purse strings. So who are you going after? Donald Trump, who doesn't share any money with you, or Elon Musk, who will fund your candidacy or fund your primary opponent's candidacy? Trump makes a bunch of noise and sends out mean tweets. Elon sends out money. What do you want? Which one do you want? You want reputation, or do you want the cash order? That's all Trump. Trump sells a name. He sells a brand. Trump. That's why he puts his name on everything. He's a brand person. Elon, he provides money. He provides capital. So, do you want to dream big or do you want to live big? Let me pause for a second here, as I think what my next question is. We'll carry on. What does this hold for the future of the coalition between Tesla fanboys and MAGAs? I expect we're going to see more of the same. As long as you are supporting the central tenets of MAGA, you're fine. White, male-dominated, Christian, heterosexual. As long as you carry those four things, you're fine. The minute you deviate from any of those things, no, you can put out a thing for, I don't know, shaving cats so they all look like poodles, or that's not going to affect anybody because you're not getting the four tenets. Kind of like the people eating dogs and cats in Wisconsin. Notice how we don't hear about that anymore? Doesn't violate any of the four tenets. H-1B visas violates the four tenets. What's going to happen in the future with MAGA and Tesla fanboys? The agreements. Maybe they'll have a truce. Maybe not. Maybe they'll look for others will have to find their common ground. Let's see. You have the Ace of Pentacles, Six of Swords, Two of Wands, Ace of Cups. It's a passionate relationship. They'll agree on some things. Again, when Trump comes up with policies that they can both get behind, they'll be vehement about it. But if they're not agreeing on things, one side's going to leave. They're going to cause problems. And it's like a passionate affair, some people call it a love-hate relationship. When they love, it's really good. When they don't love, it's really strong hatred. There's going to be opportunities for them to work forward. Honestly, though, I think what's going to happen is that other groups will try and there's going to be smaller coalitions built. Transitory coalitions. That when they have a unified message, they can come together. But there's not a lot of planning. It's very, very spontaneous. Yeah. Nothing really, really satisfying with that. Really, this is also about immigrants coming in. Deporting. The next big fight may be the deportation. I will be curious how Elon Musk takes to deportation. He'll probably support it. Now, again, for MAGA, deportation is a big thing. That's helping white people by getting rid of brown people. Now, the fact that it chops off your nose to spite your face, because it's going to drive inflation. It's going to make everything more expensive. It's going to make food scarcer. It's going to make the labor market scarcer. It's going to take away amenities when you go on vacation. The comfort levels that people have enjoyed with an inexpensive labor force under Trump would go away. How does that affect Elon? Maybe not too much. He may not even notice the guys that are mopping the floor and turning off the lights at night. You know what I mean? He may not care about them at all. And if they have to go, they have to go. And he's got so much money, he's not going to notice that the price of strawberries went from $4 a basket to $10 a basket. Or, any food he eats is more expensive because he doesn't go out and buy it. It's not like you see Elon at the grocery store. And he's a billionaire. You won't even notice it. Drop in the bucket. Okay, so they will continue. Is it a divorce? Yeah, on some things. It's not a divorce. It's just more that they're going to bicker and argue about things that don't align. And it's going to be mostly bickering and arguing for MAGA. Because what Musk and Ramaswamy want to do, help the U.S. economy. And that's the whole thing. They feel like that if they get in and are allies, that then they can educate just enough, educate the MAGA followers to no, it's okay to let these people in. They're okay. And they're like, no. The MAGA followers nah, no, they're not. Skin color. They are disqualified. They have a very simple 4-box checklist. And no amount of logic gets past the 4-box checklist of emotions. But this is what they wanted, and this is what they get. This is just one of those moments where you just sort of kick back and go, could have told you that was going to happen. Oh, well. In this case, it could hurt people that have H-1B visas now, especially if MAGA wins this tug of war and they decrease them. Or maybe nothing will change. It's out of our hands. And, don't wring your hands over this one. This is a fight for them. This is like a domestic argument on their end. Doesn't really impact you that much. So let this one go. Have some popcorn and enjoy it, just watching them go after each other. And if you want to poke them a little bit, feel free to poke them a little bit. Poke them in the comments. You can play both sides. And it upset everybody. That's what they like to do. Okay, maybe not. Maybe a little. Anyways, thank you very much for watching this video and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. This reading is for entertainment purposes only, but I hope you find it insightful, and I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.